Who are we talking about? We're talking about Fetty Wap.
This absolutely blows my mind. Just because you talk about rapping and being a drug dealer, and you write your song "Trap Queen," I don't know why you do this. But Fetty Wap is sentenced to 6 years in prison for running drugs while he's out touring the country, making millions of dollars. And it wasn't just like, normally in the feds, like, okay, I'm not sure, like, what did he have a little baggie on him? He had a little bit more than that. We'll talk about that. His hit song "Trap Queen," which actually isn't a bad song. I think it's actually pretty good.
She my trap queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go.
He glamorized drugs and being a rapper and a drug dealer. Well, there's Fetty if you haven't ever seen him before. He got sent to 6 years of federal prison for trafficking narcotics all over. Well, he's been in jail since August because he displayed a firearm and alleged to threaten to kill someone, according to prosecutors. Don't know if that's true or not, but when you're out facing federal charges, don't get caught in situations where people can accuse you of, being on a FaceTime call and threatening to kill people with a gun. Okay. But what did he do? Well, he pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute 500 grams or more of coke. For those of you keeping score, that's a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. That's half a key, man. That's half a key of snow. I mean, booger sugar, Colombian marching powder, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot. Jim saying half a bird ain't that much. For the feds, it's considered a lot. Yes, I understand. It's only half a brick. But hey, that's a lot. That's a lot normally. Like, you don't normally get caught with that kind of amount. That's a lot of weight, especially when you're like a multimillionaire already, independently wealthy. Like, I could see him having a couple of grams of coke on him, but like 500 grams, bro. The white pony, no, it's right. No, the white pony. See, when I was in college, I learned you call that riding the white stallion. Yes, Mystery Sniper's right. That is 1.1 pounds. Brittany says it's personal use. J-Do says that's a couple days for Zelensky. It's probably would be. So. Yes, it's personal use, man. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there with half a key. So Wednesday he appeared in federal court to receive a sentence, 1 year longer than the minimum, which is one of the issues when you get to that level of cocaine trafficking. There's mandatory minimums under federal law. Even under state law, there's mandatory minimums. Like, for example, in Ohio, that oh my God, you top out the chart. Like, the chart doesn't keep working after a while. But yes, he'd be facing mandatory prison time even here. And in most, I'm pretty sure every state. Maybe California, they'd be like, yeah, it's okay, bro. Don't worry about it. But most states would be putting him in prison. His lawyer tried to argue that he had been supporting many relatives and children, and he needed the money to sustain them once the pandemic ended live entertainment. Like I said, it's one thing if you were like, 20 grams of coke and you run around with it, but like 500. You got money. It ain't like this guy's eating SpaghettiOs every night. Although a lot of celebrities do end up eating SpaghettiOs because they're poor with their money. But this one here, you got to be careful making that argument because I don't think that won the judge over at all. I only wanted it to ever help my family. I never asked myself if it was all the way right. It's like, hey, Conscience, yeah, what up? Do you think I should sling half a key of coke? Sure, bro, go for it. It'll work out. Thanks. Like, who does that? I mean, you need to know if it's all the way right. It's like, come on, man. You're better off just saying, look, man, I fucked up, Judge. Okay. But yeah, this is one of the issues, though. He ran out there, glamorizing the drug trade and then got in trouble trafficking drugs. He made millions off Trap Queen. And Yeah, you got to be careful when you do stuff like that. What you say and do in life can be used against you.
Then what these guys do is then go rap about it. They make songs about it.
Yeah, but you ain't got none.
I'm very glad that you said that. Because respectfully, I beg to differ.
She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go.
I do think this part, though, is ridiculous, though. The prosecutors are like, think about the collateral consequences of drug abuse. And that many people suffered during the pandemic, but they didn't turn to peddling poison. To be fair, Mr. Prosecutor, I don't know where you were during the pandemic, but a lot of people turned to doing illegal shit during the pandemic to make ends meet. So I'm just saying here. I'm just saying. J Doe says is the great ROI. Yeah. Harris Riley says Chef Boyardee is pretty good. Oh yeah. Look at me. Do you think I don't think Chef Boyardee is good, or at least full of MSG, that sweet nectar of the gods? Nose clams, yes. Oh. Harble Warble says could be argued his music's still more damaged than the drugs he sold. Yeah. And it's a crying shame coming off the top rope here. Yes, the government does all kinds of nasty stuff. They sell drugs and push drugs. Oh, it's very, very true. Very true. The truest knife cuts the deepest. The judge saying this is one of the hardest cases I've ever had. It's like, okay. Yes, he did have unbelievable fame to throw it away. But his crime was serious and his actions out on bail raised serious questions. That there were other choices. Yes, like selling a shitload of fucking coke. Yes, there were other options, Fetty. Oh, God. So, yeah, they just talk a little bit more about what happened there. But yeah, it's interesting, though. Since August, he's been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Well, it's better than the MCC in Manhattan, where Jeffrey Epstein, did not kill himself. But he was been in jail forever. So, yeah, good luck, Fetty. Hey, at least you're getting some street cred now. It's not as cool as T.I., though, because T.I. did time for a machine gun possession, and that's pretty fucking baller. Selling coke. Jay-Z even talked about doing it as a kid, man. Go get yourself a Mac 10 or something. A-Dub says, the CIA and the Coast Guard hate it when others encroach on their hustle, their side job. Yes.